All right, GymnasticsVille, we're back. We're here with Dr. Michael Canales, 1996 NCAA champion for the Ohio State Buckeyes. You just did some pretty cool skills up there on the rings. How you feel?
You know, I feel like I'm 18 years old again. I get around these young guys, and as you guys know, tradition is the cornerstone of men's gymnastics at The Ohio State University. So I get energized when I get around these guys. And in the theme of tradition, this is my 22nd consecutive alumni meet where I have participated, and I'm very proud of that. But I gain a lot of energy from the fans that have even been coming when I was competing here. So you have no choice but to feel great when you come out, and I feel good. You guys can ask me tomorrow how I feel, though. That'll be the true test.
Okay. And we gotta ask all of our guests, what's your favorite superhero and why?
I'd have to say Dr. Strange.
Ooh, that's the first for GymnasticsVille. Okay.
You know, I love the adamantium claws of Wolverine and the ability to heal.
Yeah.
But it's the mind of Dr. Strange that has me going. He's a neurosurgeon.
Okay.
He's always thinking outside the box, so we have some similarities. So it's Dr. Strange, without a doubt.
Okay, sweet. All right, so Ohio State Buckeyes, you guys finished the last 2 years back-to-back Big Ten champions. Highest finished in NCAA since 2005. You've been watching the guys. How do you feel about them this year?
You know, I think they look great. As you guys know, and all the fans that follow you guys understand, it's a race against time and making sure that everybody's healthy. There's the battle on the floor, and then there's that battle off the floor, which is making sure that the mind and the bodies remain healthy. I think this year, more than ever, The Ohio State University has a great chance to come away with not only repeating for a third time in a row Big Ten Conference champions, but I also believe that they have a legit shot at getting that national championship crown and stealing that from Oklahoma.
Okay. All right, so you're a doctor, okay? And since we were doing gymnastics, we had the 10-0, okay?
Yes.
So now they have this open scoring and all this difficulty. What's the key to staying healthy throughout the year?
That's a great question. I don't think I have all the answers, but from my medical background and my athletic background, I think that we need to learn as a sport as a whole, not just in the NCAA season, but on the global scale. We need to know how to upgrade the software without damaging the hardware.
Gotcha.
And it's very difficult to do because the difficulty demands are so strict. You guys understand that. But I think that's where the strength of the mind comes in. Instead of maybe 5 of these difficult vaults, they do 2.
Yeah.
And utilizing these altered surfaces, I think, are very helpful. But again, I think the equipment is getting better, but the training techniques, the knowledge about how the human body works is not elevating at the same rate as the difficulty is. And I think that's a problem from the FIG all the way down.
Gotcha. So are you like me? Do you feel that, you know, the NCAA should bring back the 10, or do you like the open scoring?
I go back and forth. I understand the rationale behind the open-ended scoring system. However, the goal was to set world records. That's what they wanted, so that athletes could set world records out there. And another purpose was to be able to keep the perfect 10. Well, as you guys have seen, those execution scores, even on the most pristine routines, don't come anywhere close to a perfect 10.
Yeah.
So that's one strike against it. Number 2, how can you set world records when the difficulty values continue to fluctuate every 4 years and sometimes a little bit more than that? So I tried to be open-minded and say, okay, when Bruno Grandi came out with that idea, let me hear him out and let me see how it works out. But in my mind, it got rid of one of our most important marketing tools, which is the perfect 10 that everybody understands. So to answer your question, I really like the electricity of NCAA competitions. I love how the women are still sticking with the 10. I think that we have to learn from them.
Gotcha.
They can get 15,000 people in an arena for a meet. Everybody understands what a perfect 10 is for, and we have to make that attainable. I think that will help the popularity of the sport and also the marketing value of the sport.
Okay, last question. How important are events like this, these alumni meets, just for the fans and the sport?
I think that these are very, very important. Ohio State and I believe Minnesota are really the only prominent programs that advertise these alumni meets. I understand there's medical, legal risk with having guys that are weekend warriors come on out, but if you just look around this, and hopefully you'll capture this with your broadcast, look at the energy in here. You have people that competed 25 years ago, 30 years ago, coming back. Whether you participate or not, I don't think is important, but I do believe that it brings that cohesive bond and kind of builds these relationships not only in the gym and for support, but also beyond in professional networking. So just look around this gym. You have people from all generations here, little kids, all the way some grandparents. I think it's a beautiful thing, and I wish more programs would adopt it.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Hey, thank you guys for having me.
All right.
Good luck. GymnasticsVille.